Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A. We go over all latest news that happened during the week of mobile and answer your questions live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it right now in the comment section down below and I will answer it before the end of the show. Sorry for a bit of the delay. I was perfectly working with my mic, perfectly working with the camera, green screen, but I was not visible, so I had to reset things and change a few things. But it looks like I'm visible now. Hopefully you guys can see me, and we're all set. Alright, now let's get started with the news, because man, there is a lot of different controversial things going on in the world of tech right now. Let's start off with the big news that happened during the week. I think it literally happened like right the day after the last Mobile Weekly, and that was the burnt Samsung Galaxy S10 5G variant. Now this was in Korea, and the gentleman had said that he had it was working just fine, and all of a sudden it got super hot. He had to drop it on the floor and it combusted, according to him. Now Samsung has not given us any further detail over 6 days. I was hoping we would have detail by Mobile Weekly, but unfortunately the only detail we really have on this is that Samsung says they have viewed the product or inspected it and said that it was no defect of the manufacturer. What does that mean? Well, people have insinuated that it could have been, well, what if he was using a third-party charger or something of that nature? But again, he didn't say it was charging, so that would be kind of weird. It's very weird. As of the time when it happened as well, Samsung did not reimburse the customer, which I think no matter what, just to save face, even if they did tamper with it, which I know is ridiculous in a sense, but you probably should reimburse them for the device, no matter what. I think that's just a bare minimum. Not to mention the legality that they're going to have to get into, of course, but yeah. It's a really controversial subject right now, especially obviously Samsung is just having problems with the Galaxy Fold. They do not want problems with the S10 5G, although at this time, the S10 5G in the US still looks like it's rolling at the regular time, which I believe is the 16th of May, so we should be seeing it then. Which is, yeah, all these things are rolling out in May. We have the a Pixel coming out, which we'll get to in a second, over the next 2 days, and then you're going to have the Samsung and the OnePlus come out in May, so it's going to be a second tier phone season coming up. And speaking of the second tier phone season, and that is with Best Buy leaking the Pixel 3As. So sometimes carriers or companies get phones early, of course, and they are usually labeled as do not display. Well, these weren't them. Basically, some associates at Best Buy literally put these phones out when they shouldn't have. And typically, because if you try to scan a product, so if someone had tried to buy this product, it would register as like $10,000. Just basically letting you know, like, hey, this is not to be sold. The other thing they can do is if you scan it, it just won't scan. But that is speaking from when I worked at Best Buy in my high school days. That is what typically happens. Like you cannot sell this because it's the most expensive. I think it was 10,000. It might have been 100,000, but that's generally what the product is labeled as, to let you know you cannot sell this product. So yeah, they definitely did not notice this, and because of that, we now know the Pixel 3a is 64 gigs of storage, 6-inch display, and just black and white colors. So I think this looks a bit promising to see what we're going to get, which again we will find out in 2 days' time. And when we do find out, well, that means we're going to see everything there is to this phone. And it looks like because they're already in stores, that you can bet in 2 days' time we will have them for sale. And it looks like you can pick it up at your local Best Buy on day of launch because they have them in stock, apparently. Okay, now this is a really controversial one, and hopefully I don't cost myself the opportunity to review a OnePlus phone, as I definitely have always loved OnePlus phones, but I kind of take exception to this, and I am always blunt and honest, and it may be why I don't always get the phones that certain, politically correct tech YouTubers get. And that is that a note on a smartphone IP ratings. So OnePlus did this video where they dropped a phone in a bucket, and they say IP ratings cost customers money because it costs manufacturers money to get IP certified, and then once they're IP certified, well, then they're going to pass that cost on you. So in order to save you money, we are letting you know that, hey, look, we don't have an IP rating, but we're dropping our phone in a bucket of water. Yet, in this, they also state, however, this is not a bucket challenge. We certainly don't want you dropping your future OnePlus 7 Pro in a bucket. Otherwise, just like IP brands don't necessarily cover water damage, our warranty does not cover it either. So that is true and not true. In a water-resistant phone, you typically can get it serviced through water. It is found, obviously, if it is salt water, then no, that is not covered. But it's typically, if you have fresh water, I don't know which manufacturers wouldn't. I can tell you from past experience that I've seen in stores, both Samsung as well as iPhones have replaced them if they were water damaged. Now, I'm not saying they're going to replace it every time. Maybe you had an experience that was different, but I have literally seen in store a water damaged Samsung and a water damaged iPhone months apart from each other both get replaced. So I'm telling you that it can happen. I'm not telling you that it always will, but it can happen. Now, that being said, in the video, OnePlus put this on there as well. Product is not IP certified, water resistant under optimal test conditions. OnePlus makes no guarantees regarding water and liquid resistance. Water damage is not covered in a product warranty terms of sales. Okay, so here's my problem with this. OnePlus is not guaranteeing water or liquid resistance. Yet you're implying it, aren't you? You're letting us know that it can survive being in a bucket just fine because of your design, yet you're then telling us, well, but we're not telling you that it can survive a bucket of water. Like, that's not okay in my opinion. It's very misleading and just poorly handled. I really do believe that this post in their community, as well as this video, should be taken down immediately. I get that OnePlus was trying to be cheeky and trying to be on the side of the users, but the problem is that this is very deceptive. It's also kind of like how Samsung was at fault for this a couple years ago, and it was really effective marketing. When Samsung had Little John pour champagne on the phone and said that it still worked. That was misleading because, again, Samsung doesn't cover champagne, it covers fresh water, which, just like this video, had it labeled that champagne would not be covered under damage. That is greatly misleading, and it's something that I do not like. As a person that that basically got my degrees in marketing, it really is something that irks me when it's just like so deceptive. Then don't put it in a bucket of water if you're saying that it can't, that we're not guaranteeing it'll survive a bucket of water. We're not even guaranteeing that it can take water in the first place, because you're saying that it's not water resistant, which in tech terms means IP65, 99 IP60, or sorry, yeah, 99 IP68, which is waterproof in tech terms. Again, not really waterproof in common sense terms, but it really frustrates me that I think it's just too misleading, and I think it should be taken down. Now, that being said, although I'm giving OnePlus a lot of flack for this, I am very happy to hear that their CEO did publish a really cool tweet and letting us know that the OnePlus 7 Pro will have UFS 3.0. That is the fastest internal storage that we really do not have on smartphones yet. The Galaxy Fold was the first phone to have it. I think you can still claim that it was the first phone to have it, but that means that the internal storage is so much faster, and that is greatly appreciated. I think it's going to be something that a lot of people do like about it. So it's going to be something really cool to have there. Now, in other bad news, again, this is just kind of all bad news all around in terms of certain manufacturers. The Galaxy Tab S5e has a really poor flaw right now in its design, and that is that really, if you're holding it a certain way, kind of like the iPhones of old, I think it was the iPhone 4 that had this issue. If you hold it in a certain position, it basically does not have a good internet signal. The Wi-Fi internet signal drops, and that's obviously not good for anyone. So yeah, just something that is really a design flaw. Hopefully Samsung can fix this. As far as I know, they have not delayed the launch because of this, but it is something that should be addressed immediately. If they do have to recall it or swap it out with a new design, it again is something they should do immediately. Alright, I just wanted to stop and say thank you to our super chat from Tana Does Tech. And what's up, Ricky? I finally got a Sunday evening free to catch your show live. ML hashtag mobile weekly live MWL. I never thought of the actual initials for it. Yes sir, yes sir. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it, and thank you for the super chat so much. It definitely goes a long way. Alright, so yeah, that again is just, there's some definite bad news for Samsung on two fronts, unfortunately, this week. On nothing but good news for a company, though, right now is Huawei. Huawei has two things that are pretty much interesting and exciting. And that is first, that the Mate 30 Pro, we're starting to get some specs from it. It looks like it will have a 6.7-inch display, and it will have the newest Kirin processor, the upcoming Kirin 985. Now that is going to be a phenomenal processor. It's going to work with 5G modem built into it. So it's really going to be a next-gen one, and really could give the Snapdragon, I forgot the one, what are we on, 855, a run for its money, because of, honestly, Kirin processors are really good. They're 7 nanometers since last year, and we can expect a lot from it. Now, also, we are being told that it will also have 55-watt charging, so it's going to have a really fast charge on it, which we have seen in the P30 Pro. So this is a phone that I've already said from the beginning, the Mate 30 Pro has every chance of being the best phone of the end of this year. And it's a phone that I'm definitely interested in. The Mate 20 Pro was a phone that I loved amazingly. It was just so good, and I really, really did enjoy it. So I really hope that this one lives up to the reputation that the the Mate 20 Pro set last year. And finally, Huawei skyrockets in sales, whereas Apple and other manufacturers fall. So this is the main one you want to see. So the market share in Huawei has gone up about a little under 5% year over, or sorry, no, sorry, that was has sold in the millions. So year over year, so Q1 of 2018 versus Q1 of this, it basically went 12% up. That's a really impressive year-over-year annual growth. It also went from Oppo, stuck about the same percentage amount, a little bit more, a little bit less than sales though. Vivo stayed about the same as well. Xiaomi did goes down 12 million to 10.5. However, Apple has taken a really big hit, going from 9.3 to 6.5. Now, you'll notice that Samsung isn't here, so just in case anyone asks, Samsung is not a big player in China. Apple is breaking into there, but they are as well not a big player. So it really is, you know, these are the companies that sell the most phones in that region. So yeah, that is really impressive, and that these numbers of almost 30 million phones in one country is exactly why Huawei sells more than Apple now in terms of smartphones. This is really big, and it's definitely going to be something that we have to keep taking a look at, because Huawei is a growing company, and they are really set to challenge Apple and Samsung in every other country except maybe the US. But I still to this day will say it's only a matter of time before the US, in my opinion. Now, they do need to be taken very seriously in terms of privacy and security, but we will have to wait and see. If I don't think I covered it last week, but that whole security proof was seen as false from Vodafone. But again, it's a very concerning topic no matter what. Alright guys, that was the weekly news. Now let's get to your questions. If you have any questions you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. So let's get started with your guys' questions. Hey, Christopher, thank you for the dollar donation. Really appreciate it, man. Feel free to ask a question if you want. Obviously, any super chat, always feel free to ask whatever question you want. So, yeah. All right, let's get started with your guys' questions. Get my Game of Thrones mug going. By the way, on a separate note, Avengers went over $2 billion. They are already passing Titanic for the second biggest movie of all time. I know I'm going to see it a couple more times in theaters just because I have AMC stubs, which lets me see 3 movies a week. This is a movie that I hope beats Avatar. I want it to beat Avatar so bad. It has a long way to go. You're talking about 600 million, I believe, away from Avatar. But just maybe. 2 weeks out, it destroyed it. You know, Avatar I think took 40 weeks I think to get that same amount. So maybe we'll see. All right. Are you going to post your video on the S10 night mode? So let me ask you guys a question. Anyone that's watching live or anyone that's watching afterward, so the S10 is supposed to get an update for regular night mode, meaning their own software to make a night mode. Now, I posted on Instagram and on Twitter some photos that I took side by side of the S10 built-in camera and the S10 with the Google Pixel camera with night mode from Google. So I was going to wait for the S10 camera to come out with the update. However, my phone has not gotten the update yet, and we don't know when that update is coming out. So let me know in the comment section down below, do you want to know how to put the Google camera on the S10 so that you can have your own night mode right now and don't have to wait for a software update? Let me know in the comment section, and whatever your response is, that's what I'll do. Alright, did you do a video on Avengers Endgame? Yes, I did. Go ahead and check it out. We posted it last week, I think last Thursday. But yes, we did do a review for Avengers Endgame. It was a non-spoiler review, so it wasn't a spoiler review at all. But yes, I did. And it's an amazing thing. Amazing accomplishment. Alright. Hello, everyone. Do a show with just the voice. Yeah, when you couldn't see me, I was literally just the voice. Ricky's experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Yes. Let's see. I'll try to stay as much as I can. Sorry. Will the Galaxy Note 9 get a Pro mode on an update? I do not believe so, unless it's a really high demand. I know that a lot of people do like night mode, Pro mode, but I don't know if Samsung will. If I had to guess, I would say probably no. But Samsung has been really turning around its updates this year, and I have to say I definitely noticed that. And they've proven me wrong, they've proven viewers wrong. That I had said what it was, the Note 8 or something like that wouldn't get an update till way later on down the year, probably May or June, and they got the update in I think it was the end of March or beginning of April. So I was like, whoa, Samsung is turning around. People had said, oh, the Tab S4 isn't going to get the Android Pie update till June at the earliest, if then, and it got it in April. So Samsung is doing a better job of updating this year. However, if I had to guess by the old Samsung, I would say no, they're not going to update the camera to have a Pro mode. But if the new camera kind of shows out more, we'll see. I'm not hearing anything good about the Google keynote this Tuesday. The Google keynote this Tuesday is going to be announcing the Pixel 3a, Pixel 3a XL. It's also going to be announcing the Nest Home Pro, or Nest Home Max, I think, is going to be the official name of it, or something along those lines, which is basically going to be a Google Home Max style with a Nest camera built in that you can video chat with, but also works as a regular Nest Cam. So those are what we know we're getting. The software updates, I mean, hopefully they do something big because they need it. Microsoft put out warning about the Windows 10 update. I try not to update my Windows 10 right away now, just because of all the issues the Windows 10 updates have had since October. There's been some really good ones. Night mode was an awesome one that everyone loved. But yeah, Microsoft has been dropping the ball as of late on the Windows 10 update. I definitely have to back up my computer every 2 months now, just because of all the recent updates, deleting stuff. So yeah, I definitely do that. Back it up on external hard drive and have all that. Whoa, we got like a slew of super chat. Thank you, MFX, Holiday Evolution, MFX again. Thank you so much. And Tech Leathercraft. Thank you guys so much for the super chat donations. I really always appreciate. You guys know I do. Thank you so much for those. They definitely stand out and help for sure. All right. Lil Wayne. Let's see. It was Lil Wayne, the Samsung commercial. Oh my god. That's right. Sorry. I don't know why I thought Little John. I think I thought Little John because Little John was recently in the, what do you call it, commercial? Pepsi commercial. But yes, that was Lil Wayne. That, you guys are totally right. It was Lil Wayne. Hey, it was somebody with Lil in their name. At least he was close. That's right. Lil John, Lil Wayne. No, no, actually, Lil John is a way better hype man. Lil Wayne did the same kind of song over and over again. But we're not getting into rap right now. What is the best tablet on the market right now? Looking to upgrade my Tab S3. So before the Wi-Fi issues, I have totally recommended the Tab S5e as definitely one of the best tablets to get right now. However, we are also reviewing, which is not here, I thought it was, the Huawei MediaPad 5 M5 Lite. Now, it's a good tablet for the money, but I still would probably go with the Samsung over it. Now I haven't checked out it's the MD5, I think or M5, the regular version yet. So overall, I mean, best tablet on the market is so different because it depends on what you want, right? If you want the best multimedia experience, I would probably say an Android tablet with an OLED display is what you should be looking at. Preferably one with the Tab S4 or the Tab S5e, just because they have 11 hours plus battery life. The Tab S4, I still love it. I still use it as my main multimedia device, and it has over a 16-hour battery life. I get 14 hours pretty much no matter what, so really awesome battery life for that one. If you want the best productive tablet, I mean, you go with a Surface. Surfaces are the best productivity tablets all the way around, and you get a full-fledged computer basically, so it's much better for that purpose. The iPad Pro is kind of like an in-between, so yeah, for those purposes, you go with that. So it really depends on the user. I know that's like a cop-out answer, but like if you were asking which one would I get, and I have a computer, I would totally get a Samsung multimedia tablet with an OLED display. Apple Power Beats Pro launch with no buzz. Yeah, Beats don't get much buzz. I think Beats have kind of been especially shunned by the tech community, just because they were all hype without substance. So I think that's why you really don't hear about it much. Want the best tablet? Buy an iPad. Definitely for some people, the iPad would be easily the best tablet. Yeah, I'm doing research on some tech stuff I bought this week. Follow-up question. Samsung A50, A30 is cheaper than A65. A50 has an extra depth camera, more storage, faster processor, in-display fingerprint. What do you think is worth more than money? I live in the Caribbean. I thought I answered this last week, Bernard, if I'm not mistaken. Or wait. I had said how much was the price difference, I think, was the answer. So for $65, let me see. Let's check this out. Gonna check this out right now live for you. Compare. Alright, so let's compare this. A50 and A30, $65 difference. So let's see how different they really are live. Alright, so they both have 6.4 inch displays, 1080p. Secondary camera's ultra wide on both of them, but the secondary camera on the A50 is a way better one. That automatically leans me towards this side. It does have the depth sensing camera, as you said. Front camera is also better. So the cameras are just better, basically. Your main camera is better. Your wide angle camera is better. So for the cameras, I'm leaning towards the A50 for $65. That alone seems more worth it to me. But let's keep going on. So about the same weight, not really anything in that. Plastic on both materials. Really, the A series plastic. I thought they were glass. That's a huge difference in the processors. I mean, that's almost 2 generations worth of a difference in the processors. So that alone is a big difference in the processor. The internal storage is also more. So yeah, for $65, I'm already calling it. $65, definitely get the A50. It is a better one to go with. Hopefully that helped. And okay, sorry. Got stuck a little bit there. Alright, whoa, a whole bunch of questions just flooded. Everybody drink. Do you think the Pixel 3a and 3a XL will sell well? Depends on the price and depends if we're getting the camera. So here's the thing, very simple and easy. If the Pixel 3a and Pixel 3a XL have the same camera as the Pixel 3 did from last year, they'll sell. How well will they sell depends on the price. So if they go for 400 and 500, sell very well. If they go for 300 and 400, they will dominate the mid-range sales for the rest of the year. Plain and simple. Samsung threw the gauntlet down this year. They really did by doing the Galaxy S10e. That is what Apple wishes the XR would have been. It is well received by many. A lot of people love it. A lot of people even prefer it to every other phone in that same price range. And again, the biggest thing about the Samsung S10e, as I stated in the review for that one, was that one, by the end of this year, will most likely be cheaper than the OnePlus 7. So that is definitely a big, interesting hit for OnePlus in the mid-range sales. But if Pixel does even better by giving you a high-end smartphone camera that is still being talked about, still definitely in contention for the best camera, still to this date. If the Pixel can do that on a $300, $400, or $500 smartphone, they are going to do very well. I think the sweet spot would be $350 and $450. If they can do that, they will sell like crazy. I still think they're going to do well even at $400 and $500. If they're $500 and $600, I think they're going to not do as well at all. But we'll have to wait and see. All right. Do you know when RC messaging will be available on the unlocked S10? I have a Galaxy Home. When will Galaxy Home be available? Okay, so for the RCS, I'm not sure. That really does depend on the country, so and the carrier. So it's not a finite thing right now of when we're hearing. Specific manufacturers will roll it out for specific phones, and the unlocked phone is even more up in the air for that reason. So it's not something that is definitely being talked about. So unfortunately, I do not know because of that reason. The Galaxy Home, I'm assuming you're talking about the Galaxy Home smart speaker. All things are pointing to the Note launch, but we'll have to see if it's even before then. From what I'm hearing, it's either going to be Note launch or before the Note launch, but we'll have to wait and see. Whoa, another super chat. Whoa, a couple of super chats. Love the videos. Laverny, I hope I pronounced that right. Clark, thank you for 2 super chats. That's awesome. And Quiet Storm, thank you for another super chat. And check out the 51st date questions app. Quiet Storm is always my PR guy for our app. If you haven't heard about our app, we have a fun dating game app called 51st Date Questions. It's an awesome app that's just really good to play on a first date, or even if you've been with a couple person forever. It's really awesome way to start and just have fun. And yeah, I made it myself. Very basic, but very enjoyable. I've had nothing but great feedback for it, so I really appreciate it. And go ahead and download it on the Android App Store, on the Google Play Store, on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Links in the description down below. 51st Date Questions. All right, now that we got that plug out of the way, let's see. What is the best gaming tablet and controller? Unfortunately, there's not really a go-to one right now. The reason I say that is because although gaming smartphones have become a real thing, gaming tablets haven't. Tablets currently right now are still on older processors and older graphics cards compared to smartphones. So, to be quite honest, you're better off just getting a smartphone and using a controller to it, and maybe even plugging in the smartphone that has an HDMI or that has a Type-C to HDMI support. Both the LG and Samsung smartphones currently have it, so both of these 2 phones. By the way, we did get in the G8. Our first impressions are coming in the next 2 days, so check out that video. But yeah, so those phones have support for Type-C out. I think the best gaming controller would be the Razer Raiju, I want to say it's called. That looks like the best one currently out, with no lag and really good input and really good support for most games out there right now. So that's the one I would recommend for controller-wise right now. Did you hear about the new Marvel show, Falcon and Winter Soldier? That was going to be interesting. Yeah, no. Let me know if you guys would want to see it. I still thought about doing a video called "Why Disney Plus Will Be the End of Netflix." And yes, it's kind of a clickbaity title, but it really, I truly believe Netflix is completely screwed. I truly do believe that Netflix will not do well in 3 to 5 years' time because of the rise of Disney Plus. Disney Plus is going to be like nothing the streaming market has seen since Netflix, and it really is something. But yeah, Disney Plus is going to have a Vision and Wanda show called WandaVision, a Loki show, a so will it be called Falcon or will it be called Falcon and Winter Soldier, or will it be called Captain America and Winter Soldier? Things could happen. And could we see appearances from other, like in Loki's? Will we see Thor? In Bucky and Falcons, will we see Captain America drop by? I mean, why not? Unless just Chris Evans doesn't want to, I guess. But like, there's so many that lead into that. So there's so many shows that are coming from them, and not to mention they just announced Ghost Rider is going to be coming to Hulu because Disney owns the majority of Hulu as well now with the Fox merger. So yeah, it's seriously going to be something crazy all the way around with Disney owning so much. Do you still have your Galaxy Watch? Yes, I do. It is just charging right now. I hadn't charged it throughout the week, so I was just charging it right now, and it's at 70% already, so I'm pretty good now. But yes, I still have it and use it on a day-to-day basis. Will Samsung improve on Bixby? I think Samsung will refresh Bixby each year it comes out, but yeah. Tab S3 will not get Pi, confirmed by Samsung support. That sucks. It really does suck. I wish... I will say that Pi has been a bigger update on the tablets because of Good Lock. But it sucks. That's all I'm going to say about it. Hi, Ricky. I received a Samsung Galaxy Watch LTE on TM as my birthday present. I am a TM customer. I'm guessing T-Mobile. To make the watch auto call forward work, do I need to pay for a line for the watch on TM? Yes, you do. So in order for the call forwarding to work, the line has to be active. I don't even think under Wi-Fi it would work. That is a possibility that it would work on Wi-Fi without the for call forwarding. But really, yeah, you do need a line to activate it for internet to do the auto call forwarding. How can smartwatches improve instead of battery life? I mean, the idea behind smartwatches is I think we want to get to where we're getting with smartphones right now, right? We want bigger screens with smaller bezels. I think that is a big thing. Even like the Galaxy Watch, right? The new Sport has no bezel as a dial, but then it has a huge bezel that makes the screen so tiny. With this one, I would just want like the bezel to be ultra small. I still want a bezel because I love the wheel. You know, the wheel of the Galaxy is basically one of the best things about it. But I will say that I want it to be smaller. So that's another way. Battery life is, of course, the biggest thing that we all want in our smartwatch. But also more functionality. You know, like I mean, we ideally want to be able to reply to any message service. So, you know, like on Hangouts, I can reply on my Android Wear watch, but I can't reply on my Hangouts on my Samsung watch or my Apple Watch. So those are things like where we would want to do that, basically. S4 with Dex, I feel it's better. It's the best love mind. I don't care for Dex as much, but it depends on the person. Hey, Ed, Cruzat, thank you so much for your super chat. Man, I think we hit a record on super chats today, guys. Thank you so much. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. Let's see. I would love to have Google camera on the S10. Looking for your 15-second GIF video that I've seen on your Galaxy phone. Are you talking about this one? So, still working on that. That's why the review hasn't come out, by the way. Basically, so as most of you know, I promised to give access to this one for my review. The problem is that I've talked to YouTube support, and there's just no way around it. I can't. This is my current stand. I cannot link, like, I can't put like Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, whatever, links to this video directly from YouTube. They said it will be flagged, and that is not according to the YouTube rules. Whatever. So then I thought, okay, I'll upload it to my website and have you guys download it from there. The website degrades the quality like crazy. It's no longer the, there's no longer the same quality that I recorded at, which is 1080p at 60 frames per second. By the way, for those of you who are still asking about this and don't know, the reason why I can't tell you where to get it is because I created it. I literally created this. I filmed it and then made it my screen. That's why it's not as bad quality as a GIF, because it's not a GIF. It's a 4K, or sorry, is it a 10p or 4K video? I forget now. I think it's actually a 4K video. It's a 4K video that basically I recorded and that Samsung allows you to put as a lock screen. I think I did that with the S10 first hidden features video or the second hidden features video that's coming out later this week. But I definitely did it on the Note video before for hidden features. So yes, that is where I'm at right now. The other thing I've thought of, but I don't want to seem greedy, and it's not even that I would be making money necessarily from this, but I can pay a higher price for my website to be able to sell items. So I could do 99 cents for everyone to download it at full quality, but then I'm charging, and I don't want to charge either. So it's a whole thing of trying to figure out. I'm trying to do a workaround. I'm also just trying to think of putting links to download it on the website. It might look tacky. It might not look as good, but that's another thing I'm thinking of. So these are just things I'm trying to think of, because I want to give the video to you guys, but I want to be able to give it to you at the best quality. And so yeah, that's where I'm at right now with the video. Let's see, where are we now? Let's see. Will Sasha Banks come back to WWE, or do you think Becky will lose one of the belts the next pay-per-view? I think Sasha will come back, and Becky will lose one of the belts at the pay-per-view. Yes, I believe both those will happen. The 6,000 colors for watching videos or movies, plus I DJ with the S4, no compromise. Wow. That's cool. You DJ with the S4. That's awesome. How does that work? Which program do you use? Live phone comparison. Hit to subscribe. If Huawei phones was selling in the US, all carriers, LTE, do you think it would be better than LG, or maybe give Samsung and Apple a run for their money? I do believe if Huawei was in the US, they would be selling more than LG. They would be selling more than OnePlus. They would literally go to the third brand. And what I mean by that is that it would no longer be a duopoly. Right now, any cell phone store will tell you 90% of phones that go out are Samsung and Apple. It changes on the area. Sometimes there are 8 Apples and then the one Samsung phone. And then for the 10th phone, it'll be a random one. You'll have LG, you'll have OnePlus, you'll have, whatever, prepaid phone or whatever kind of phone that someone else will buy. But it's a duopoly. It is completely a duopoly. Huawei, if they were making the kind of phones they're making and they suddenly came to the US, yes, it would be in contention as a third brand, and then there would be 3 top-selling brands. Huawei has the tactics to get Apple customers simply because they look like iPhones in terms of their interface. So iPhone users would probably really like that. Android users really don't like that, but we can always put launchers on it like I do. So it's really interesting all the way around. I would love to see a Note 10 camera be like a A80, a Samsung A80. Yeah, definitely. Pixel 3a will launch with Pi or Q. It will launch with Android Pie. Q is not coming out till August officially. There'll be plenty of betas before then, but I don't think it'll be coming out till August, which is the same time it usually comes out. Why don't... Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. And we got another super chat. Man, we are definitely hitting the record today for super chats. KLVSD, thank you always, as always, keeping up the great work. Thank you, I appreciate it. Let's see, where were we? Hi, Ricky. Looking for a great point-and-shoot digital camera with a good optical zoom that provides great photos. What brand do you recommend in 2019? Do you have one you currently use? No, the one I would... The one that I really loved was the one that I did use on my vacation, which I did a review on. The Canon camera, which I cannot remember what the name of it was. Let's see if I can get to it. What was that one? It was a Canon camera that I reviewed. That one was definitely awesome. I called it the best vlogging camera. Let me see. The Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II. So that one was the best one, I would say, for sure. However, it was pretty expensive, if I'm not mistaken. But Canon is the one I would probably say is the best for point and shoots. Overall, I trust them the best, and they have the best focusing you can get. I tried a Sony before that, and it was just not that good. So that Canon camera is $599, which can be a little expensive. I'm not sure if you were really trying to spend that much on a point and shoot. And that one doesn't have that much optical zoom. It has only a zoom of 4.2. So that being said, I would go with the Canon that has more optical zoom. There's probably one that has like a 10 times or 12 times optical zoom, and that one might be the one you want to check out. This Canon is really geared towards the better quality overall, but I definitely would recommend it if you just want the best camera quality with a little bit of zoom. This is 4 times zoom, but it's completely optical, so it's a really good quality. So that is, but yeah, I would go for a Canon. I would go for one that has a good amount of zoom. I'm just trying to look really quickly to see if I can see any of them that have. Let's see, Canon for point and shoot. So, well, that one's not too much cheaper, but you have one with a 40 times optical zoom for $379 called the PowerShot SX740. Again, I just haven't kept up to date with which one's the best one right now. You have another one that's the 620 SX620 for $229. So that one might be another one to go with, but those are 2 pocket cameras with a lot of zoom. I would personally, though, go with Canon to answer your question. Let's see. Question: I have a Note 9. I know it's early, but should I upgrade to a Note 10? Too early to tell, honestly. It really is just too early to tell. I think the Note 10 is going to be great just for the addition of the other cameras, like the wide-angle camera that will be on there. And I'm pretty sure that depth sensing one will be good, but yeah. My name is pronounced Laverne. Laverne Clark. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for letting me know how to pronounce your name. I always have to let people know with like my wife's name as well, because it's an exotic name. And like I always like, oh my god, I know how to say it so well, but everyone doesn't always say it correctly. She's used to it. I'm always like correcting people. Is HTC dead in the water? They were the first company to push Android phones. Yeah, they're pretty much dead in the water. Basically, you know, the main portion of them, the main thing HTC is doing right now is making all the hardware for Pixel phones. That's the main thing they're doing right now. That reminds me, I have to cancel my Netflix subscription. LOL. Sell your Netflix stock. If anyone has Netflix stock, sell it now. The Note 10 is going to be awesome. I do believe that. I would watch your video about Disney Plus. Wait, they own the majority of Hulu? Yes, Disney and Fox were 2 companies that owned shares in Hulu. Now with the merger, Disney owns all the shares that Fox owned, so now Disney owns the majority of Hulu. So yes, you're also going to be getting Disney stuff on Hulu now, more of the adult content like Ghost Rider is supposed to be. Basically, the shows that you saw from Marvel on Netflix are now going to Hulu. I'm saying the shows in that style, the more R-rated stuff, is going on Hulu. Netflix is going to end up like Blockbuster if they're not careful. That is an honest possibility. What is your opinion on Epson Eco Tank inkjet projectors? I have not heard about them. Are they any good? Let's see. I have not seen them in action because I've obviously not heard of them. So they're just refillable ink. I mean, refillable is always good. Obviously, we always want that. I have just been so much into laser projectors that I haven't got an ink projector in forever. But I will say, when I was last using printers, Epson was by far the best for photo quality. So if you wanted the best photo quality, Epson was them. Disney owns all of the Simpsons. Netflix is toast. Yes, and Disney Plus will give all of the Simpsons seasons on Disney Plus from day one. So yeah. Rest in peace, Blockbuster, Circuit City, and Good Guys. I remember Good Guys. And Sammy's, what was it? Not Sam's Club. Oh, I forgot. There was some like place where you could get like videos and stuff like that from Suncoast. I don't know, something like that. I forgot. Love Circuit City, miss that store. I used to be a manager at Circuit City, believe it or not. Who still has a VHS player? I do not have a VHS player. My mother-in-law did. That was the last one I used when we were moving her VHS tapes to the computer. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. Will we ever see an IR blaster back on flagship phones? Huawei has them. Huawei flagship phones have IR blasters. If you actually missed our video on the Honor View 20, that phone has an IR blaster. And before I finished the video, I had to point that out. And I was like, and by the way, I got my IR blaster back, and I had some B-roll of showing the IR blaster. Man. I already missed it now that I sent it away. I still have a cassette player. I have a CD player, not a cassette player, though. Ricky, getting my first smart TV. I have an old Denon receiver, Blu-ray player, and CD turntable, and old Logitech speaker. Should I upgrade all of the components, or will I be okay? Whew. I mean, that's a lot to answer. So, receivers like that high quality brand, Denon, which I'm not sure if I ever pronounced it correctly, but I know how high the quality sound is, have been going away. Blu-ray player is outdated, but it's always good to have one, I would say, just for all your physical media. CD player is not necessary because your Blu-ray player will play CDs, so that isn't necessary. Unless you want to play multiple CDs and you have one that changes, I guess. Turntable, obviously, is just always kind of fun. You can get a newer turntable one that has a better quality. There are better ones now, for sure. And old Logitech speakers, I mean, Logitech speakers are still good, but there are really great ones out there. One that I definitely recommend if you just want a good sound quality coming straight at you, not a surround sound, is check out our Creative Soundbar review. That soundbar was freaking amazing, and I fell in love with it. So if you just want a good soundbar with good quality, that's one I would definitely recommend. But yeah, it's up to you if you want to upgrade each one, because they still have their merits. They're still going to sound great. They're still going to be good quality, and you'll get surround sound. So yeah. Do a video on how to send a super chat. How to send a super chat is just, I believe, I haven't done it myself, but I believe you just click the dollar symbol, and then you click the super chat, put how much you're donating, and then it will send a highlighted message to me on my chat. And I'm getting the message from my wife that it's pretty much time to wrap up, guys. So, and then there's Quiet Storm's warning. Get Ricky in trouble with his wife because he's going overtime. Ricky, what is your opinion on computers doing away with CD drives in 2019? I see it as inevitable. I mean, it was always going to happen, and not even CD players. They don't have Blu-ray players, DVD players anymore. So yeah, my last 2 computers have not had one, so I'm fine with it. All right, guys, we will wrap it up as we are going. Yo, Ricky, how long have you been doing YouTube? I've been doing YouTube since 2012. So yeah, guys, we will call that a show. Thank you guys always so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the super chat donations today. Just awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, and definitely keeps everything working great. All right, guys. Thank you as always so much for watching. Make sure to give a like, thumbs up before you head out. It always helps this show, and it always helps our videos out. Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy, and now I'm going to get a haircut. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And, of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.